Welcome to day 12 of our Little by Little May Art Challenge. We're going to be painting a cozy little camping scene today. And remember how I told you in the introduction video of this challenge that I was only painting on weekdays and then you can use the weekends to relax or catch up? Well, this weekend I'm trying to catch up because I did not post on Friday because of my job and other things. So here I am on Saturday. I worked today as well, but I am fitting this painting in today, and I'm so glad I did because it was fun to paint. You can see I'm being very loose with my sky and grassy area. For the sky, I mixed together Prussian blue and coal black, and for the grassy area, I mixed together cadmium yellow medium and coal black to get this kind of olive green color. Letting that completely dry, I am going to start painting my tent in. And for the color of my tent, I mixed together scarlet and yellow ochre. And you can see I'm just doing what kind of looks like the start of the letter A. And then I'm doing kind of a little smiley face for the top of the tent. And then just kind of a line for the back of the tent and the bottom of the tent. And I'm just going to move the paint around and shape it how I want it, adding a little bit more to the front of the tent, kind of like where the tent flaps would be open. And for now, leaving an opening there and just filling the paint in. This painting reminds me of, I'm not sure if you saw either of my sketchbook tours that I've done, but for the second sketchbook tour I did, I had a page with a little camping scene that had trees and everything like that as well. That was inspired by another YouTuber who is Watercolor with Megan. And I don't know, this just reminded me of her as well, but just making this one my own here. And we're going to let this dry, and you can see it dries more lightly, obviously. So we're filling it in again since watercolors are transparent. And just going to make that tent really bold. And I love how that orangish red color pops off of the light blue and the light green, keeping the palette very simple today. Sometimes I think less is more when it comes to colors. And as I'm filling in here, just kind of playing around with the shape of the tent and tweaking it until I like it. And of course, it's okay if it looks a little bit wonky. That's kind of how most of my paintings are. We are not attempting to be fancy here. Okay, that has completely dried as well. And I'm just coming in with straight coal black for kind of the inside of the tent slash the screen that's on the tent. And I'm just going to paint that in. You don't probably have to go so dark with the black, but that's what I chose to do. And then I decided to make it a little bit bigger, kind of indicating where the zipper of the tent would be. You can have it as zipped up or unzipped as you would like. Now that's completely dried, and I decided to add one more coat onto the tent. It probably could have been fine with just two coats, but one more coat to make it extra bold and make sure I really can't see through to the sky and the grass at all for our tent. I'm not trying to have a mesh tent, you know what I mean? No need to overthink it, just kind of tweak it to match your style and your preferences. Just adding a few small touches here and there, nothing too fancy. Unless you like to be fancy, then you should be fancy. All right, that's completely dry. And now I have brown on my brush just to add a shadow on the front of the tent and to just differentiate the front from the side of the tent. And I love how that little touch adds dimension and just how it's all coming together now. Just a great chance to experiment, and nothing is set in stone here. Just having fun. Now I'm going to add some pen details. We're going to add the pegs and the ropes, just some fun little details here. I love line and wash. It's just such a fun way to add a bit of structure without overcomplicating things. You don't need a lot of experience in drawing. You're just kind of adding little details like you would imagine them, or use a reference photo if that's helpful for you. Just step back and see what you think. I like that. And now I'm just going to kind of add some scribbly lines, some more shadows on that front side of the tent. And then you'll see I am simply adding little lines here and there just to add some texture. And now I'm going to add some grass. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the painting, ironically, because it's just with my pen. But I think these little tufts of grass just add a bit of whimsy and just kind of loosens the painting up a little bit. I don't know. I love them. What do you think? All right. I thought I was done here, so I went ahead and signed it, but you'll see here in a sec that I'm going to add a couple more things. First, I thought, oh, I'm going to add some life to this photo, so we're going to just put in a few little marks here indicating some birds, bringing our scene to life a bit. And then I decided to add some highlights, even though it's kind of a cloudy day in my mind. I'm just adding a little bit of pop of white onto our tint, gives it some texture and highlights. And even though it's just a little addition to my painting, I think it added so much. What do you think? I love it, and I hope you have fun with this. If you paint it, you know I love hearing from you. And huge apologies that I'm behind on responding to comments, but I am reading them all, and I will get back to them. Okay, I hope you'll join me on Monday for day 13.